why Himawari is almost undoubtedly the Nine Tails itself and not some sort of super Jinchuriki. I don't really think this topic needs clarification, but I've decided to turn to the fox's folklore as backing as to why she is simply the QB now and not some other scenario. Listen, we can talk and argue about what the actual text of the manga says for days on end. We already have. But I remembered that in the actual East Asian QB no Kitsune lore, it's a shapeshifter. While it could generally change into anything, it normally chooses the form of a young woman, especially in Japanese version of the mythology involving these foxes. This is originally why it was only Uzumaki women who became Jinchuriki for the Nine Tails in reference to that part of the myth. So, Himawari actually being the incarnation of the Nine Tails would bring the story even closer to the popular understanding of the myth in Japan. Instead of just being a girl who houses the Nine Tails, she would be the fox itself in the form of a girl. Another thing I'd like to bring up is that while searching for verification on what the most popular version of the QB myth was in Japan, I kept noticing that, in that popular version, a fully realized QB who lived over 1,000 years would have the ability to see and know basically anything in the world. Now, I am not saying that Hima is getting the Senrigan like Ida asterisk. Having one person with it is pushing the limit already, but the ability to see everything is a vast range is already in her potential. Hinata herself was able to see up to 20 kilometers with her Byakugan in Naruto, the last, and probably even further by the time she was sealed by Kawaki. Am I saying that I expect Himawari to have planetary range Byakugan next time she uses it? No. But if Beast Byakugan or whatever Himawari doesn't happen, or if she never uses her Byakugan ever again, then Ikemoto is a hack and a fraud. Asterisk side note. While some sources say that the Nine-Tail seeing ability is omniscience, others specify it as the ability to see more than 1,000 miles. This is dumb and troubling, because while Senrigan means omniscience/clairvoyance, separating the kanji translates the Senrigan to 1,000-mile eye. While I hope that this means that Himawari will just have a final Byakugan range of 1,000 miles, it would be stupid of me not to mention it. We talk more about this latter until Shirbai will give Boruto his eye in order to rather go back in time and reverse all the damage or to defeat Kawaki. This is why he's able to overcome control over Momoshiki, as his only way of fighting is in base. Proof. Boruto's Otsutsuki horn, looking nothing like Momoshiki's and more like Shirbai's, subtly hinting that there is somehow a connection between the two, as well as time, seeming to be a possible ability Boruto may have in his original. Boruto and Sasuke also went back in time during an anime-only arc. Kawaki eventually will decide that this universe needs to be scrapped and started anew, backed up by Kishimoto's story in Samurai 8. Now, this theory I've got from Emotivation9 on TikTok, and he points out how there are a few notable relations to that manga and Boruto. First, Shirbai, and this character called Fudo, who is a righteous higher dimension being who created the world. Kala is a character who hates the world Fudo created and wants to create a new one. This possibly relates to Kawaki, who we see in Opening 7 destroying the village, but obviously not because he hates the people, but because he believes he's found a way to create a completely safe universe for everyone that isn't in control of Shirbai and other Otsutsuki gods. Kawaki may come to realize that killing all the touchable Otsutsukis in another planet might not be enough, and dealing with the gods may require a sacrifice only he has the will to do.